Hey guys, Greg Everett here with Catalyst Athletics. We have got the day of 1,000 snatches in this video. Pretty much Alyssa and Audra just snatching their faces off the whole time. So we'll take a look at it, see what's going on here. They were not at all doing the same workout. They just happened to both be snatching today. Audra was working up to a heavy single, a couple heavy singles, and then doing what we call back up sets instead of back off sets. So rather than going up to a heavy single and then dropping the weight down for a few sets, she'll drop the weight down and then work her way back up. And sometimes we're actually able to go back and hit higher than her original heaviest single. So works well for her, doesn't work well for a lot of other people. So again, she's a good example of kind of experimentation, and the two of us working together to find kind of what works best for her, which, like I said, is quite a bit different than what works well for a lot of other people. Alyssa was doing snatches on the minute, and so this is kind of it's a Joe Mills style program, although it's quite a bit different from the original Joe Mills program, which is quite a bit more pared down than what she's doing. But the basic format is the same, where she's going to have 3 different weights to start out with, and she's going to do 5 singles at each weight on the minute. And the idea being, at least in my mind, what this does for you is not only gets in a lot of good snatch, clean, and or jerk training, but that on the minute pacing really improves technical consistency for most people. It's pretty good for conditioning, but really the main thing for me is that the consistency there. So for someone like Alyssa who has struggled historically with keeping lift to lift looking the same, feeling the same, this has been pretty effective for her. Today wasn't the best day for her. She was having a bad shoulder day. And she's also kind of scooting forward a little bit. The last couple that you saw her miss, she'll get that bar up to about the knee or so, and then she'll start shifting forward. She'll roll up onto her toes and reach her hips through the bar, which then, of course, will make her kind of kick the bar forward and jump through it. And with the way her shoulder structure is, she just can't fight that well enough to save them most of the time, so she'll get drop them behind her, like you've seen her do a couple times. So we'll see. I think she has a couple. This is, what is this, 69 kilos? So this was probably her, that may have been her heaviest for 5 singles, or that actually may have been after she'll do those 15 singles on the minute. Yeah, she's doing another one here, so she must have been doing these for 5. After she does those 15 on the minute, if she looked good, if she felt good, usually we'll take it up one single at a time, one weight at a time, to see what we can do that day off the clock. Although we don't want to go crazy on the rest. So there's that little scoot forward that got her. It looked like that was 71 or 72. There's Audra almost killing herself. She does that maybe once or twice a week. I can't even see from here what that is. I think it was 73 actually. And doing a little bit of a Clark there after almost dropping it on her head. Yeah, so Alyssa, then those last 3 have just been completely different every time. So one of the hardest parts about missing a lift is going back and retaking it and not overcorrecting. So if you jumped forward a little bit and you miss backwards like that, a lot of times people are going to underpull it. They're going to not turn it over as far because they're thinking, well, I turned it over too far, it went behind me. When a lot of times it wasn't the turnover that was the problem. It was the fact that the body scooted forward. I know she's going to make this. I'm hoping she makes this, otherwise Steve wouldn't have put in 45 misses right there. Audra throwing a little tantrum there. She gets a little pissed off. She knows it's mental for her. There we go. So Alyssa got that corrected. So there, so you saw Audra, I think she was at 53 is what she missed, went back down to 50. So 99% of the time, I won't let these guys end on a missed lift. Even if we have to go way back down to something light, like 70%, to end on a make. I would rather do that than end on a missed lift, especially after a few tries. If we had 2, 3, 4 misses, I just find that it's a lot better mentally long term if you can get these guys to finish on a make, and they leave a little more confident, although frustrated. And there's 52, so she tried to sneak another one in there, and I don't know if she was looking at me over on the side and giving me that look, or if that was Steve or something. I forget who was videoing this one. There's Alyssa finishing up. So after she did those singles, she was doing snatch pulls. I think she did some snatch deadlifts after that, and then some back squats that day. So whereas the original Joe Mills program is 15 snatch, possibly another 5, 15 clean and jerk, possibly another 5, and that's pretty much it. I'll have them do quite a bit more work, kind of depending on where we are in that cycle. All right, guys, if you continue to like these, please share them, please like them, click all the little buttons you can, and I'll see you guys next time.